Hi, everybody. Welcome to Valley Views, what you see and what you hear in the Coachella Valley. Well, so much is going on that we have a list of wannabe guests that long, and we're very happy with everybody we have coming today. It's a super show. And we have from Children's Discovery Museum, the executive director, Betsy Adamson, and a brand new board member, Quinn Daly. We all know her. Yay! And, you know, it's become organic everything. You should do everything, eat everything organic, and skin lotion and hair stuff and all that. Well, my friend Afsaneh does that. She has a salon that's organic, and she and her fabulous husband, everybody has a story. Well, John, oh my goodness, he has so many stories, but we'll talk to Afsaneh and John Gibbs this half hour. And then, super fantastic surprise, beyond thrilled to tell you that in 2 weeks, it's the ever popular Frank Sinatra Invitational Celebrity Golf Tournament, and all the money goes to the Barbara Sinatra Center for Abused Children. And who is with us today in the midst of this busy time for them but Barbara Sinatra herself, and Nelda Lynx, and Mary Martin, and they are busy working on the whole thing. Everything is so great every year for that tournament, but they will be with us right after this. Be back.
Spotlight 29 Casino presents
This is for all my crew.
Martina McBride, The Everlasting Tour. Thursday, February 26th, 8 p.m. Spotlight 29 showroom. Grammy winner Martina McBride. Performing songs from her new smash album, Everlasting. Tickets are on sale now at Spotlight 29 box office or spotlight29.com. Martina McBride, Spotlight 29 Casino, the Valley's best bet.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am so very, very excited to start our show today with three wonderful ladies who have a common goal, and you will know them. I want to start by reading something that our guest today said. It's a quote, direct quote. "I became involved in helping abused children because someone had to. These children cannot speak for themselves, and they desperately need our help." And so, of course, I'm talking about the Barbara Sinatra Center for Abused Children. And to my left is Mary Martin, who is the tournament director for the Frank Sinatra, which is, we're going to get into that. It's a big party for 3 days. And to my far right is Nelda Lynx, and she is on the board and also chairs what is probably the greatest luncheon in the Coachella Valley. I've thought that year after year after year. And to my right, it gives me so much pleasure to introduce to you, and you already know her. She is on my heroes list. When I write a book, she'll be in the heroes chapter. And this is Barbara Sinatra.
Oh, how kind. Thank you very, very much, Patty.
Thank you. Thank you all three for being here. Thank you
My pleasure.
so much. I want to start by talking about your center. Back in 1986, take us back, and you and Frank made this decision.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Frank had retired again, and we moved here. This was his favorite place in the whole world to live, so we moved here, and I loved it too. I fell in love with the place, and we started, and so I knew I had to do something to keep busy. So I had a very good girlfriend whose husband was the head of the surgery at the Desert Hospital, Barbara Kaplan, and so we were tennis bums. We were desert rats, or whatever you want to call us.
Yeah.
We played tennis, we played golf, we drank, we played cards.
Just like us.
Needlepoint. And needlepoint some. Anyway, we loved it here, and we had a wonderful life. But then I did one charity, it was for the City of Hope, and I thought I'd paid my dues. And that's all I had to do down here, just play golf and one charity. But then Barbara Kaplan got involved with abused children. And so I had a different house at that time, and I had a theater there, and we had a meeting there, and we brought some of the therapists there with some of the abused children. And I'm talking about children like 5, 6, something like that. Big blue eyes, long hair, blonde, whatever. And just beautiful children. And they were all very self-conscious, hiding behind a mother's skirt or something, and no self-worth. And I had a modeling school once years ago in Long Beach, and this was one of the courses we taught. So I thought, this is perfect for them. So we went into I had the room built with mirrors so they could watch themselves walk, sit, stand, whatever.
That's great.
And we worked with the children. And finally, the gratification, see, it was nonprofit. Nonprofit. And the gratification is when you see them blossom and come out of that horrible thing they were in. And that's how I got started. And when I heard their stories, that's when I knew I had to get involved.
And so now you've done amazing things over there. I mean, it's internationally known. And the Frank Sinatra Celebrity Invitational, it has done so much.
That's our biggest fundraiser.
Yeah.
It's a golf tournament that with celebrities, no pros. We have pros helping us on the outside, but not part of it.
Right. And you are the tournament director.
Yes, I am. Mary Martin.
So, yes. And you are, February 19th is the kickoff?
The parents' party and registration is the 19th. And it's this year's 19th through the 21st. And we tout ourselves as we have 3 days of parties and we throw a couple of days of golf in there. So we also have Nelda's fabulous luncheon and fashion show. And, and it's just a great weekend. It's a great weekend for a great cause. And
some fabulous celebrities.
Fabulous, yes.
It just so happens I have a list of them.
Oh, yeah. Tell us
we have Pat Boone, William Devane, Tom Dreesen, who opened the show. Yeah, he opened the show for Frank for 13 years.
Yes.
And then we have Vince Ferragamo, the football player, star. Steve Garvey, baseball star. Beverly Johnson, who's going through a terrible thing now with, anyway, I'm sure you know about that.
Yes.
Joe Mantegna.
Love him.
Ann Myers Drysdale, who was Don Drysdale's wife. And Gary Muledeal.
Oh my, he is one of the funniest men I've ever seen in my life.
Funniest guy in the world.
Don't you love his hair?
Ever, yes.
And Charlie Passerell, who has the tennis out here. And Smokey Robinson. Elkie Summer, Norm Crosby, and Michael Dante.
Yay.
And Peter Marshall.
Oh, what a group.
Yeah.
Now there's a lineup.
That's just a few of them.
Just a few, yeah. I think they all want to do it. I mean, you probably...
Because it's fun.
That's it.
Well, it's fun and it's for your children's center.
And they all love the children. They all really sincerely care about the children.
That's so nice.
I think Mary has to turn a lot of them down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet.
And yeah. There's so many celebrities that just want to play.
Sure. And I always think that Robert Wagner is so lucky to kind of co-host because there are others who would just love to be in that position.
Yes.
So it's fun for everybody.
You're right.
Tell us about the luncheon and the fashion show.
Well, it's really going to be exciting this year. We have Lourdes Chavez coming, and she's being presented by Troy, who has that wonderful little boutique on El Paseo. And Troy has been so wonderful to the Children's Center. She's done so many of our shows.
She's amazing.
Lourdes is a fine, fine designer. She was born in Mexico, and she came to Los Angeles at a very young age. When she was about 6, she was designing clothes for her paper dolls. She was using her mother's wardrobe, and she didn't tell her mother.
Oh, boy.
And that was really a shock for her mother to find out. But she, after graduating from high school with honors, she was accepted at the Institute of Design and Merchandising, which is really, really a fine, fine school. She was named head designer for the House of Trevia, the award-winning designer who created the air-raised crystal pleated skirt that Marilyn Monroe wore in the 7-Year Itch. And in 1988, she decided that she should have her own label and she should do her own collection. And that's what she did, and the rest is history.
Well, we've had her on and absolutely, absolutely love her.
Yeah, she's wonderful.
And we're getting the high sign, if you can believe it.
All right. I just want to say that we thank very much all the people who've supported us all these years, because we are nonprofit and no child is ever turned away.
Oh, that's the best.
Yeah, and so, you know, we do a lot of wonderful work, and it's so gratifying to see the child blossom after they've been there a while. And I think we're having an open house on the Sunday after the tournament, after the golf tournament. And we're having an open house, and everyone's invited, the whole community who have supported us all these years.
So beautiful.
And we have Burt Bacharach at our black tie affair.
Oh, I love that.
I love him too, yeah. And we have a wonderful singer that I found through NIAF, which is a Italian association. And they meet in Washington, D.C. every year. And the president, sending president, is always there, among others. And Pavarotti was there. And this young, good-looking Italian came out and sang Dorme, which is Pavarotti's song. And so when Pavarotti heard him, he said, you know, I'd like to take him under my wing.
Wow.
I'm going to help you with your career. It's sweet.
Yeah, very sweet.
And he did. And then we have an after party at the black tie. So everybody's welcome.
Party.
I would call it, yes, a great big party. Thank you. Thank you so much, and
Thank
all
you,
the
Patty.
best with it.
Thank
all
you
the
so
best.
much.
It's just so special, really is, and so great to have you
Thank you,
here.
Patty.
And Valley Views will be right back.
You will be my music.
Ever wonder about what he's doing? How it all turned to lies?
The Children's Discovery Museum of the Desert has always intrigued me. I can remember many, many, many years ago seeing it for the first time and thinking, "Oh, if only I had grandchildren." And now I do. And to my left is the executive director, Betsy Adamson, who just told me they have big people nights now, which we will talk about. And to my right is a member of their board. She's new to the board, but not new to me. This is Quinn Daly.
Hiya.
For both of you for coming.
Yay.
So what
Very
about
happy
the adult nights?
We'll jump right on into
Yeah,
that.
just want to know. I'm just curious.
Well, we hear that from lots of people, that they'd like to come, but they don't have kids, and so we decided to open it up. A lot of our exhibits now are geared towards adults as well as children.
I have such a good time there.
And
I love playing there.
That's so cool.
I know.
And so we decided we should have an over 21 night. We serve wine and beer. We have
Well, I'm not over
special
21. I can't
activities.
go. That's a joke.
So anyway, we have special activities and that are geared especially for adults, things we couldn't necessarily have out with kids. Last time we did fusing plastics.
Fun stuff. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, all right. In fact, I see that's interesting. We'll get to that, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, but so let's talk a little bit about just as a parent. 'Cause
Okay.
yes, there is lots of fun things to do as a grown-up, but as a parent, one of the reasons why I'm so excited about the Children's Discovery Museum is I have a 9-year-old.
Yes.
And in the time from when she was a toddler and she would go to the museum and she would play, I feel like the Discovery Museum has grown with her.
Yay.
And every year when we go, there are more things for her to do as she gets older. So we love to talk about the fact that the Discovery Museum has stuff for all ages.
Yeah, for
so
sure.
things that little toddlers can do, that 5 and 6-year-olds can do, and then kids on up. So you walk in and you see
it.
little kids, big kids, adults, teenagers are all there playing with the different exhibits and programs. It's such a great experience for all ages.
Do you know what that reminds me of? It's like when Jaden would go and she'd have the little shopping cart And she'd go through and she'd put everything in there. And then, of course, you're absolutely right. She outgrew that. But there's somebody waiting in the wings who will love that.
Absolutely.
And fundamentally, it's about learning, right?
Which
So
is
it's these hands-on experiences, and we brought a couple examples. This is Little Bits, and this is the kinds of things that you can do. And you can build circuits. Wait, that's the other. And so we took a toothbrush, because I'm not a very good cleaner, and we made it electrical. So for those of you who use toothbrushes that will vibrate, you can actually make one. And I don't know if you can hear this, but it's actually vibrating.
I hear it and I feel it.
It will scrub along the way. Another one that we brought that's very messy, but this is a bubble maker. So you can take a Starbucks cup, put a fan on the end, put a circuit to it, dip it in bubbles, and it will blow ginormous bubbles. So, this is fun, but any kid who's playing with this is actually learning how to put circuits together.
Yeah.
And so that's, your kid or yourself, you will walk away thinking, oh my gosh, this is so much fun, but they've actually learned something. They've, learned about how an electrical current can make something happen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, and that's what Betsy and I talk about a lot.
And what does the little chickie do?
Well, we have things for people of all ages. Everyone starts at a different point. This is where we start a lot of young kids on electricity. The idea that you can complete a circuit, so the little chick chirps. But then, if I hold one of these and you touch...
That's somebody calling wanting to know the address for the Discovery Museum. They want to go themselves.
Bob Hope and Gerald Ford.
There you go. It's that easy.
So if I hold one side down and then if you touch another, now if we hold hands, he'll chirp. And then we could try to make it bigger by if you touch this one with this hand and then hold hands there.
Oh, I know.
And so
it's so cool.
We can get a whole classroom of kindergartners, and then we can keep going with experiences on up, and then we can elaborate on them.
That's amazing to me.
So the other thing that I think is really important to talk about is that this is a nonprofit organization.
Yeah,
with the goal to serve the families here in the Valley. So if you're visiting for the weekend, please come and see us. But if you live here, the Discovery Museum was built to serve the families in this area.
Such a good point.
And we are a nonprofit, so we are doing lots of things to fundraise. So even if you just come and buy a membership or just come and visit for the day, that helps us. There's a couple of stats that I wanted to share, again, because I'm a nerd. But a recent study showed that only 44% of high school students are ready for college-level math, and only 36% of those high school students are ready for college-level science. So there is a national need, not just for us here in the desert, but for the kids that are here. There's 3 school districts that are in the Coachella Valley, and they are filled with children who can become passionate about math and science through these fun and engaging ways. And so that's really what we're here to do.
You are so cute.
I love that.
That is wonderful.
That energy, yes.
Well, how do you raise your money?
About a week from today, we're doing a home tour. So these beautiful homes in Rancho Mirage and Palm Springs, you can do the home tour. Please go to Children's Discovery Museum of the Desert, so cdmod.org, and there's all kinds of information about that event. We'll have an after hours at the museum. That's on February 25th. Again, a great adult night, wine and beer, come and play. We'll have a golf tournament. There's a daddy-daughter dance that's coming in May.
How
so
cute is
lots
that?
of fun ways that you can, participate, and that is part of our fundraising.
And so obviously you're living to your mission. It sounds like you're doing all the things that you set out to do.
Very much so. We're working hard to inspire their curiosity and to really help develop those creative and critical thinkers.
And so, the ages are widespread.
Yeah, I mean, you can have, Jaden went at 18 months.
Right.
I think if you can kind of walk around and toddle around, there's dress up and play, up to, I think, teenagers and adults. There really is no no set age.
There is, as long as you're willing to get your hands on things
Yes.
and
Yeah.
explore and
Yeah.
investigate, then there's plenty to do.
Oh, thank both of you. This is so great. I mean, really and truly, you said it best for everybody here in the Coachella Valley.
Yeah, please
It's
come see it.
wonderful. Thank you. Be right back.
Desert Lexus wants to make 2015 the year you drive a new Lexus. That includes the exciting new 2015 NX crossover SUV or the performance-minded 2015 RC and RCF Coupe. Add our inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles, high level of customer service, and convenient Saturday service hours, and 2015 looks like the perfect year to drive a Lexus, making the most of every moment. Desert Lexus in the Cathedral City Auto Center or online at desertlexus.com.
One of my favorite couples. It's not Valentine's yet, but they're Valentine's all year. And they're to my right. First of all, this is Afsane. And beside her is, look at that man. That's John. Behave, my beating heart. I am so happy that you guys are here. And we're going to talk about what you do and all that. But I want you to talk about when you met. I want to know,
Yes.
yeah, you were in San Francisco, I think?
Yes.
And John, you've had like this background. You live so many places.
Well, I was in construction. That's why I got moved around all over the place.
Yeah.
But we met, we actually both lived in the East Bay, Lafayette, in San Francisco area.
Mm-hmm.
And I used to get my hair cut
Yeah.
at the salon that Afsane was working at.
Uh-huh.
And there was a couple of guys that used to work there. And one of them used to cut my hair, and I went in there on a Saturday, I believe it was, one day, and he said, I'm too busy. But Sunny, that was her, I guess, her easy name for everybody to call her.
Yeah.
Sunny can do it. And after that, she just cut my hair, nobody else did. And then, and then one day, it was July the 4th weekend, and I was going to get a haircut for the weekend, and I asked her by chance, what are you going to do on July the 4th? And she said, work. I said, no, nobody works on the 4th of July. It's a national holiday. How about I take you for a cup of coffee? And that's how we all got started.
Yeah, I love it. And tell the part about the car.
Well, he was driving the red car. And then for some reason, my sister asked me, what car is he driving? And then I said, it's red Fiat. And then she said, oh, nice, where is that? And then we were driving, and John was waiting for me. And then I said, that's John, let's stop the car. And my sister looked at me and said, Afsane, that is a Ferrari. That is not a Fiat.
Honestly, yeah. God, I think that's one of the funniest things I've ever heard. It's not a Fiat, it's a Ferrari.
It's a Ferrari.
And so now fast forward, how long after that did y'all get married?
8 months.
8 months.
8 months.
And you've been married how long?
27. I was going to ask John to see if he's right.
I passed the test yesterday.
Yeah.
It was
27
years. Somebody asked me yesterday, and Afsane's waiting for me to trip up.
But you got it right.
I got it right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. So what do you think? This organic thing is here to stay?
Oh God, yes. It's
Because?
going to get better and better. Yeah, more people is going to like to have organic. I started with only people who have problem with allergy or chemo, after chemo, or the pregnant ladies, and then slowly I end up doing the people, young people, really, they don't even have any problem.
Right.
They just get the color because it's worked exactly like a regular color.
Mm-hmm. I think a lot of doctors are turning attention to it and maybe suggesting it.
So many of them send their client to me because it's just save them
Yeah.
from all this problem. Yeah, I'm very, very happy, because I'm helping people. It's not just doing hair.
That's a good point.
I'm very happy.
Yeah. You both are just amazing.
Oh,
I really and
thank
truly.
you.
I'm so
Thank
happy
you.
we're going to dinner.
Yeah.
Me too.
So
Yeah,
thank
we
you. We're
are
going to
so
open our
happy.
bar very soon. But
Yes.
before we do that, who are we going to talk to? We're going to talk to the fabulous Father Lincoln. Father Lincoln, Sacred Heart Church.
Many, many people, and I bet some of you have wondered at times, where is God? Our prayers are not being answered, our desires are not being filled. God does not seem to be caring, He doesn't even seem to be around. I think it's very important to know that we do not have a God who is aloof or unconcerned about our situation. But God wants us to respond to Him not merely as a miracle worker, but as a God of love. God does not want us to see Him as just an extraordinary doctor or physician to whom we turn only when we need Him. When you think about it, the only time you see a doctor is when you're sick or need something. God does not want that kind of relationship with us. We have all received so many blessings from God, blessings upon which we should frequently ponder, sort of have an attitude of gratitude. All of these blessings should help us to see how good God is and how much we should love Him just for Himself and not just for what He can do for us.
Thank you so much, Father Lincoln. Father Howard Lincoln, man of the hour, man of the year at Sacred Heart Church. I want to thank all my guests today, and I want to thank you for joining us. Until we meet again, remember, yesterday's history, tomorrow's a mystery, today's a gift. That's why we call it the present. Live in the now moment. Enjoy our valley views, those you see and those you hear. Take good care and keep smiling. It's contagious. Peace, love, joy, faith, God bless. And let's remember the Children's Discovery Museum of the Desert and what they do there. All of the people in the Coachella Valley are so good, so kind, so loving, and so generous. And let's really remember the ones that are close to our hearts. Much love. See you soon.